Good evening. The Prairie North Health Region is facing some criticism after the Lloydminster Hospital went over capacity last week, diverting those that they could to other health facilities. Hospital officials say the diversion was part of their overcapacity protocols, but one local doctor says it's a symptom of a much bigger problem. Puyachew reports.
We had 2 beds over capacity on medical, 2 beds on surgery, and we had 5 patients in ER waiting admission. And so therefore, if we take any surgical referrals here, we would have no bed to put them in.
According to hospital staff, this was the situation on the evening of the 18th. Too many patients and no place to put them. They enacted their diversion protocol.
Because we have a lot of outside referrals from outlying areas, we just ask them not to refer to us and to send somewhere else. So it's not, we accept all patients that come by ambulance or patients that walk in.
Officials say everyone that came in with an emergency that night was taken care of, and the diversion was done to ensure proper treatment and safety of patients. Dr. Raff Sayeed heard about the diversion from some patients at his clinic and says similar diversions have happened at least twice in the last 4 months.
The issue here is, one, that patients are having to wait too long in emergency. Number 2, patients are admitted in and stay in the emergency ward because there are no beds that are upstairs in medical or surgical wards.
An issue that has been in the headlines recently is the lack of long-term placement for seniors. The hospital holds a total of 41 beds at the facility, and some seniors do take some of that space, but officials say it's not enough to be concerned about.
We do kind of keep track of the numbers, and we don't actually have a high number waiting for placement. I think we probably have 5 beds that currently that are waiting for placement, and that varies. Sometimes we're at 1 to 7. I've never seen more than 7 beds waiting.
Only 5 that were documented awaiting placement. There's a lot more people who have the paperwork hasn't done. So that's just smoke and mirrors in my opinion.
Dr. Sayeed says the Lloydminster Hospital caters up to 150,000 people, and it needs more government support to keep up to the needs of the area.
These people are working here. This is a community that is vibrant and alive, and consequently, unless we address that issue, we are being short-changed. The citizens need to speak up. Those people who have been to emergency or who are near and dear, who have issues, should speak up and let the respective politicians know.
Puyachew, Newcap News.
The ongoing campaign against flavoured tobacco has paid off. Bill 206 was passed in the Alberta legislature last Monday, which would ban the sale of the products in the province. Today, students at ES Laird involved with the Lloydminster Flavoured Gone team celebrated their achievements and were awarded for their hard work. Anna Stanislaw was there and has more.
This tobacco comes in 45 different flavors. From watermelon to banana, they're also shaped like markers. And the catch, it's less than $2, making it alluring and easy for kids to buy. This grade 8 student is one of the 60 youths involved in the Lloydminster Flavoured Gone movement, and he says he sees it all too often.
People on the reserve, they do stuff that they try and involve me in, but I don't want to be one of those guys.
I see other people doing it around me, and I feel like it's going to ruin their lives, and so they don't have as good of a future.
Laura Lee Marin of the Lloydminster Action for Tobacco Reduction says 56% of youth in Alberta use flavoured tobacco products.
Many people say, well, youth can't buy tobacco, they're underage. Unfortunately, the compliance rate on sales to minors is under 50% in Alberta and more like 25% in Lloydminster.
The Flavoured Gone team is composed of students from several different schools in the community. Members sent out letters and videos to MLAs pushing for change. They were the recipient of the Barb Tarbox Award for Excellence in Tobacco Reduction.
We're very excited that we could use our voice, that young people could use their voice to ask the government to protect them, and that the government would act on that.
And these students say they will continue their mission.
I just hope that they realize what it's doing to them, and even though they may look cool or whatever doing it, and all their other friends are doing it, I hope they know how it's affecting them and that hopefully they can stop. I tried to tell them before, but they won't listen, so maybe if I did this, then they would stop.
Anna Stanislaw, Newcap News.
A Bonnyville school bus is now set up with 2 sets of eyes to catch flybys. The Northern Lights School Division set a bus to now see who is running past their stopped buses. Fraser Snowden has more.
Yeah, these are the 2 cameras, outside cameras. They're high-definition cameras.
The program is set up on just the 1 bus for now, but the transportation director with the Northern Lights School Division says it's proving to work well so far.
So in the last year, I had found a system from another school board that they were using, and we installed it this August on this particular bus, this route. And in 8 weeks, we had over 15 flybys with 12 tickets issued. So quite a few on this one particular route.
The new cameras, which cost about $2,500 per bus, will catch cars flying past the stop arm in both directions.
We had a near miss north of Bonnyville this week with a semi-trailer passing a bus. Now it's on a rural route on a highway. We've had flybys right in town sites.
Richter says there are over 100 routes they cover, so cameras will be installed where it happens most often. However, he says there still could be more done to deter people from running the stop arms.
There has to be change in other areas, I think, for this really to take effect. The fine is only $402, and I say only because in my mind that's too low for the amount of risk we're looking at someone's life here that could be taken. So in my personal opinion, the fine should be a lot more, thousands, $2,000 to make an effect.
In Bonnyville, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
Well, it's often thought of as the kickoff to the holiday shopping season, and it's one of the busiest shopping days of the year. While Black Friday is normally an American holiday, it's now starting to catch on here in Canada. Kyle Galver has more.
The signs were everywhere, and the savings were huge. Today is Black Friday, and area residents flock to border city retailers to get a head start on the Christmas shopping. Whether you were looking for a sweater, a laptop, or a skateboard, there were deals to be had.
We are having all our red tag items are an additional 40% off, and all girls' denim jeans are buy one get one free. All shoes are buy one get one half off.
For years it's been big in the United States and has now made its way north of the border. Although there isn't the same number of overnight lineups or midnight madnesses in the US, the popularity of Black Friday is growing as Canadian retailers try to take advantage of the spending frenzy.
No doubt if you're managing a retail store, you're keeping your eyes open and planning well ahead for this day.
A bit of work. Had to put all our sale stuff on different racks, push everything to the front of the store, push everything back.
A day like today has a big impact on the local economy.
Well, the day itself, tough to measure, but no doubt it will be a large one. These big days, these big sales are going to draw in more people from the surrounding areas, which is already a big market for our community.
And it's not just retailers that are cashing in. Many other businesses reap the rewards of eager shoppers.
If you've come from a couple hours away and you really intend on hitting the stores hard and fast to wrap up Christmas shopping or such, you're going to be in the restaurants, fast food places, and some of them will no doubt stay in the hotels.
Don't worry if you missed out on the savings today. Most stores extend their Black Friday sales for the entire weekend. Kyle Galliver, Newcap News.